I bought some sockeye salmon from Alaska. It is Wild Alaskan Company. I bought it online. Around here you just can't get good salmon. All of it's farm raised, and I could tell the difference. This is really good stuff. And you know, I'm only eating one time, maybe 2 times a day, so I don't eat as much. So the cost doesn't bother me. I'm intermittent fasting, so you know, I'm not snacking. That's what keto diet did for me, was keep me from snacking. So I'm going to make a hollandaise sauce with some capers and some lemon, some celery and onion. Just throw it all in the pan. I'm going to cook it over a rice. If I can find it. Ah, here it is. All right, so I found a Green Giant Cauliflower rice vegetable with lemon and garlic. So I'm gonna put it on top of this, see how that goes. I've had the lemon before. I think probably with fish is the best for this cauliflower with lemon and garlic. And then I have some cauliflower risotto medley that I love, and I use this for a lot of stir fries and stuff. But I'm not gonna use this today. I'm gonna use the garlic and lemon. So one of the first things I do is put 2 egg yolks in my cheap Walmart, little bit small, convenient food processor. I'm not gonna put any of the capers itself. I'm just gonna put like a tablespoon of the juice in here, and then we're just gonna let that sit for a while. I want those egg yolks to start, just warming up to room temperature, so that's why I do that first. And then I've done some of my prep. I chopped up some celery and onions. I always use sweet onions. And then we're gonna cut the salmon 2 sections instead of trying to do the whole piece. And there we go. So now I'm getting it. So in my saucepan, I have 1 stick of Kerrygold pure Irish butter, and then I have 2 egg yolks. That's going to make the sauce. 2 egg yolks in the food processor. I'm going to add my celery and my my celery and my onions to the coconut oil in there. Just put a little bit of coconut oil in, and I'm just let that get coated, and then I'm gonna throw my salmon in there real quick. I'm just gonna let this get coated with the oil, and then my cut up pieces of salmon, I'm just gonna throw that right in there too. Of course, it won't take the salmon very long to cook. I have my microwave cauliflower in the microwave. All I have to do is just run that. My butter is melting. Now I've burnt my butter before. You know, I want it super hot, and I wanted a pan that you could pour. So I have my salmon going, my celery and my onions. I have my stick of butter for my Hollandaise sauce, and you know, this won't take very long for the salmon to cook, especially when it's cut up into pieces. And you could cut it in smaller pieces; it really doesn't matter. And I've burnt my butter before. I want it as hot as possible going into my Hollandaise sauce, but not burnt. I have the microwave going with my cauliflower, Green Giant Cauliflower mix, and now I'm gonna whip up the Hollandaise sauce. So I've done this a few times on videos. I'm gonna get my butter hot. Right now all I have is just some caper juice in there. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this down, my salmon, and then you slowly pour in, and I mean real slow, the butter mixture. right, so just plate this and finish it up. I threw the capers in just to warm them up. You don't have to cook them. Capers are just like it's like part of a flower, like a flower bud or something like that. And it's similar to an olive tasting. So I'm just piling it on my microwave cauliflower. And then I have my sauce. Add in my sauce right on top. Remember I did put a little squirt of lemon juice in here and a little squirt of lemon juice on top of the salmon. I didn't show that. So only thing in here, I put some cayenne pepper in my sauce and a little bit of the capers, you know, brine or whatever you call it, that's in with the capers. And that's what I call a quick lunch. Very good.